Oh, this is the Boat Doctor again. 21 North River 2019. This is part 2. Anyway, you got to wipe your hands off. I got altitude and everything on here. You just push this button right here. And then last time I think I was at Tides Alarms Trip Intel. I hit that. Of course, I cleared that out there. See how you got your GPS up there like that? That's kind of a neat feature. So you can go to the Trip Intel and look at that, and it tells you your tides, what the tide is. Then you just hit your X to get out. Hit this button again. Sun and moon. You can hit that. Okay. Rise, set, phase is 2%. Now you want to see what that moon's doing. Whoop, get out of that. Position. Oh, shoot. I thought you did it that way. Maybe I'm wrong. Hit this right here. Sun and moon. Storage, find. Find is waypoints as well. Sun and moon. Position. Date. There it is. Say I want to see what it's doing the 31st. Ah, right there. 44%, almost all the way half moon. So you can change that and see what if it's a full moon, quarter moon. If you're hunting full moon, you don't probably want to go out the next day. And then we just change it back to the date. Okay, then you can go into that. You can hit your charts. There's your charts, and I'll show you how that works. I got spot shading on here and relief. Anywhere in between these perforated lines and that purple line there, that is the main channel, and you zoom in. You can either do that or you can use your fingers. Now if you notice your cursor line, if that white, if it comes up that clear color in the background, that transparent, don't ever give anybody that latitude. Give them this one over here in the dark, because that, wherever you have that cursor, that's where someone's going to go to find you. And to clear the cursor, really easy, just go clear. And go back into here, go to echo. This is really good. Oh, look at, you got some herring, bait fish up on top. Real quick, I want to see if that shows on my down scan. Yep, right there. And it's fish. See the green on top of that? In here? So there's like herring or something. You got a lot of bait fish sitting there. And then if I go to side scan, see if it's already past us, so I can't see it there. So we go back into echo. This is called an A-scope. So if you see any of these colors right here, like at 30, it blimps here and here, that's living. That's an actual living object. It ain't a pop can, beer can, air. It's living. And you'll learn how to read how big the arches are to see what you caught. And this dark color here, you can get set. That's called down scan overlay. Gives your temperature here and here. But if, say, you didn't want this instrument bar, you just hit this button here, hit this, and it gets rid of that, and then you got a full screen if you want. You want it, you just hit that. It really makes it easy. Brightness is right there, wireless. So there's no reason to get into settings. You can just hit wireless and it automatically hooks up. You can power off and go to night mode. But anyway, you got depth here and you got it over here. That's just in case you got rid of that. You can still have your temperature and depth. Okay? You got latitude and longitude. You got your volts on that one. This is real clear. We'll go to side scan, see if we can't see something there. You got a little bit of stuff over here. There you go. Right up underneath of us. Some more bait fish. Okay? You got down scan. There, see? There it is. And that's the green. You can see the cluster here. And you can get this small. You don't have to have this big here. You would touch it and highlight it. When it's highlighted, you can hit that and then you can edit it. I got it underneath the fishing, the cruise mode, I think, right now. Or fishing mode, I mean. And you can edit that out. That's pretty easy. And then radar, you can add radar to it. Navigate, I can show you that once we get going. I set up some combos for you. So right there you would have your GPS and you'd have your traditional if you wanted it. Hit that there, say right here. I kind of set this up for just navigation, and I can show you that later. That's your regular GPS there, and this is navigation. It'll start throwing your steer if you're off, and time to destination and course and so on. So then you hit this one here, and then you can go down to here. So then I set this one up, which is your GPS, your traditional, and then your down scan. So then if you go back over here, then you can get all three of your Depth finders right here. So that gives you everything right there. Down scan, side scan, traditional GPS. And then if you were going to just navigate, you could hit this one. That would give you speed, really big numbers. It'd give you your GPS there, give you your nav right here, and then it'd give you your depth and water temp average. And I forgot if that's in minutes, how many minutes went by. You can see how deep it was if you ran through a 100-foot hole, or if you wanted to get 63 degrees, you could look back. Oh, 5 minutes back is 63 degrees. And these numbers, again, you have to have a waypoint to have these numbers read. Anytime you highlight it, that's that menu right there. So if I want overlay, I can do structure, I can do crib weather. So it's kind of cool. You got to have the antenna for that. So for right now, yeah, maybe I will just leave it on that one. Yeah, no, I won't. I will put it on this.
To reorder the world in a different way. I'm not saying, please understand, that's not I want the new world order. I didn't just say that. But to reorient the world.
There we go. That gives you everything you need. Okay, now I'm going to start. So the main motor, this is how you would start it up.
In the monologue section of the program, I think I'm breaking an EIB rule. I might be fined for this. But I want to talk, first of all, to Bob.
And you don't really have to look back. Listen. When you hear, that means it's all the way down. Now, if you go ahead and turn the key, it doesn't start. You hear that, that's your trim tabs right here automatically going up. You just wait. Every time you turn the key off or on, and then your volume you can control down here and get that down. And then they're going to blink. Just push in on them. It stops. Okay, so when you're taking off, of course, the dog, make sure it's trimmed all the way down. Uh-oh. Didn't start. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Now you got power everywhere else, but if you didn't, you forgot the battery switch. Oh, it wasn't in neutral. Okay. Fires right up. Okay. And now it's going to start back up. It shuts everything down. FM, there it goes. Because I had a, and if you're low on battery, sometimes your unit will go off when you try to fire it up if it's low. Okay, now say I shut this thing off again. That's still staying on. This is called your safety lanyard. You pull that out. Now listen to this. I'll wait for those trim tabs. And I'll try to... Oh, you hear that? Oh, that means I probably don't have that beep. And it will just crank but not start. That means I probably didn't have the safety lanyard hooked up. So then you just take this and hook it up. And I normally detach that from the key. Because that way when you pull the key out, you don't pull that out. So now it should start. See, it flickered a little bit when I started in that radio. So the battery just needed to be run a little bit. Wow, am I at... Oh, 8 minutes. Okay, we got enough. And the steering needs bled on here. Transducer could be moved down a notch, but it does pretty dang good. Okay, so I'm going to hit it. 1001, 1002, 1. About 3 seconds to plane. Start trip. That will start it. And your wipers. Okay, so right here is planing. And you can always get your trim tab down a little bit. So you should be able to get down to about 20 miles an hour. And then we're going with the current, so it'll be faster going this way. So we're going to hit it and trim. There's no porpoise into this boat. And I try to run it without the trim tab. So right there. Probably about 4,000. You're doing about 35 miles an hour right here. And if you want to really see, I could get it back up into this unit right here. See where you can see it, nice and big. Hit the wipers. Okay, now wide open, trim. And I can hear. There, when you really hear that 46 miles an hour, you'll hit 47. 48. Trim down. Now that is going with the current. And you can tell the steering needs bled because if you can turn it that much before that steering, I'll show you here. Trim down. Hit the wipers on. And we're at 10 minutes. I'm going to stop.